Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Avery. I'm Mike. And, well, as you can see, we're back out here in the bus. So, sorry for, we've been kind of busy here lately. I know the last video we posted up, I guess it's been about a month now. Maybe a little longer. So, Avery, she decided, anyway, we've got pecan trees in the backyard, and she's been back there just picking them and eating them. I think she eats them as fast as she picks them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway. So, bring you guys up to speed. So, I think the last video you saw where we were working on the floor. So the bus has kind of become a little bit of a clutter. I've got some things in here that we've had to move around. We actually had some folks come out and move our shed for us. So, so anyway, we've been cleaning this back out. I'm trying to get back on the bus. So in the last video, all the windows were removed. Of course, the back windows are still back there. And I kind of got an idea on how I want to do this. As far as how we're going to put the windows back in. I am looking for some windows. I actually went and purchased some windows. They're the same width, but they're a little taller. So, of course, there's different roof heights in this. And unfortunately, the guy that I got the windows from couldn't get him to measure them before I went and picked them up. So, no big deal there. Anyway, what we've been working on is trying to get... Let me spin it around so I can show you what we're looking at a little better. So each of these screws, I've counted each of these panels up here. So you've got several of them up and down through here. There's about 64 of these screws. So you can see where I've been working and been getting some of them out. But they're not all that easy to get out. I mean, they're really not. Some of them they've been in here a while. Some of them have a little bit of rusty crusty in there. So, yeah. So you can see some of these have been a little stripped. And then I'm working on getting this panel off. So as you can see right up there, I've kind of got that off. I got the trim piece off over the door. So yeah, that's what kind of me and Avery's working on tonight. We're going to try to get a couple of these panels down if we can. If I can get her to quit eating all the pecans. So anyway, yeah. So anyhow, let me show you guys these windows real quick. What the difference is. So, as you can see, there is a big difference in the height of them. So same width, just a little bit taller. I thought I could cut them down maybe and make them work, but because I like the tinted windows, but they're not. The bottom window is actually bigger than this one, and yeah, so it's just not going to work. But anyway, so the plan is I walk out here to my service truck here. I'm gonna start getting some tools out real quick. So the truck has an onboard air compressor, and I think in one of the videos, or one of our last videos of the bus, I mentioned this. So this is a air hammer with it'll focus, chisel on the end. So this is what I've been using to just knock the head of those screws off. So I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. Here, you gonna put that up there? That is not something she needs, but anyway. So in the screws that we can't get loose, I guess we're just going to try to knock the heads of them off, and then I've got a grinder and stuff, and we can try to smooth everything down once we get it all apart. So, I guess we're going to start working on that. Set you guys up on a time lapse, and yeah, we'll see what happens. guys, so it's been probably about I think it's a week later since the first part of this video where you see me and Avery messing with the top of this thing. She's actually over here now. We're cleaning up the windowsill so we can get ready to stick some windows that are good back in the bus. I'm sore because I've been using the air hammer and a lot of these screws wouldn't come out. So let me turn the camera around so I can explain to you. Alright, so each one of these rows here have about 64 screws each in them. There's 10 rows, so what? 10 times 64 was what? 640. So 640 screws that we had to more or less just chisel out of the top of this thing. It's been rough, but as you can see, we've got all these panels ready to come down now. So I was just letting Avery kind of finish up what she's doing. This is the remnants of where we worked on that last one. And paying attention or not paying attention to what we was doing, these overlap. So, but they overlap starting from the back of the bus, so they come this way. So, with that logic in mind, we started back there. We're going to start back there in the Mac and start pulling the upper panels off. So, I'm going to set up the camera and talk Avery into helping me work on that, I guess. And guess we'll see what we can get done. Okay, well, as you can see, we got this back panel down. Let me zoom back out a little bit here and get this camera to pick up what we're doing. Alright, so this one's starting to drop. So like I said, I had to come up here and... So the only problem, I don't know if this thing will focus with it being kind of dusky dark now, is when you knock the heads off the screws, it actually causes it like kind of grab the metal a little bit. So what I found works is getting a pry bar and kind of just popping them. So yeah, we're getting there. Alright, that one come out, didn't it, sis? Mm-hmm. Sissy was actually kind of close to this one. Anyway, so now we got, it's got this gross yellow house insulation. So I'm not gonna get into that too much without, oh my goodness, without my gloves. And then here's some wiring up here. Oh, I know what that is. That goes through to the got a flasher up top. Mm-hmm. That's what that's for.
Oh, well,
the little strobe light flasher.
That one.
This is the interior lights, which we may reuse, because there's a switch up there on the panel. So like if we're driving down the road or something, if we're not just hanging out and camping, we can just use these lights if we're coming in to grab something off the bus or load it up. I think that'll be fine, because that'll still be on the 12-volt system. So, so anyway, you guys can see we got a mess. Let me throw this out real quick, and we'll get back to you. Alright, so one thing real quick. Let me see if I can get some light going, because it's starting to get dark out here. So that time of year where it gets dark at 4:30. Anyway, so right here I did a little cleaning up on this spot, and unfortunately it's actually cracking in a couple places right here, so we're gonna have to take and pull this out. So I guess what we'll do is the metal that's coming off here is actually some pretty thick stuff. I think it's thicker than the floor is. So anyway, we're gonna come in, we're gonna cut this out, and we're gonna weld some panels in to fix this. And then we got another spot up here. I'll show you real quick, guys. And then we're gonna get out here and clean this thing out. So this is where you come up in the steps of the bus. So let me step down real quick. And then, as you can see, it's pretty pitted up here. Right there, it's actually a spot where it went through the floor where I was trying to clean up some of the rust. Everything behind that, though, looks to be in good shape. So we're going to take and we're going to cut it out. We'll come in and we'll cut it out to back here, and then put in a new piece here. Anyway, I guess we're going to call it quits on that one. So we still got some more roof panels to get off. These up here toward the front of the bus, I think we're going to leave. Just because they've got some, I don't know if you guys can see this, it's got some perforation in it, so it's actually a sound deadening kind of thing for up front. So we may leave that, I don't know. What do you think?
But we got the...
Well, I think somebody had something in here. I don't think it was just some grass or something. But actually, over there is where the seat belt bolts in. And I can move that and bring it over here, but I'm not sure what seat we're going to put in this thing. We're not going to leave the factory school bus seat. Anyway, so this kind of update video on the bus. This is where we're at with it now. We're going to try to start kind of getting on this thing pretty much every afternoon when I get off work and Susie gets home from school. So, but anyway, if we don't get another video out before Christmas, we want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Definitely, if you liked the video, like the video. If you don't like the video, leave us a like anyway, because you know it doesn't cost you anything. So, and it helps us regardless. She's gonna laugh at me. But yeah. Well, thanks for watching again, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.